Jeff Bezos, total net worth $156 billion. Jeff Bezos has become synonymous with his company, Amazon, the online book retailer turned global e-commerce juggernaut he founded in Seattle in 1994. Mr. Bezos still runs Amazon, ranked the world's fourth largest information technology company by revenue. In addition to retail and tech, Amazon has also ventured into the streaming game, with a number of original shows in development. It used to be that when Amazon's stock price surged up, Bezos edged out Bill Gates and moved into the pole position on Bloomberg's index. And when Amazon's stock eased up, Bezos could slip into the second position. But Amazon's recent success has put Bezos out of reach. Nationality: American. Born January 12, 1964, age 53, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, USA. Spouse: Mackenzie Tuttle. Children: 4. Famous quote: "There are two kinds of companies, those that work to try to charge more and those that work to charge less. We will be the second." Bill Gates, total net worth $98.6 billion. It might come as a surprise to some that Bill Gates, who had dominated world's richest lists for well over a decade, is currently in second place. For a while, he slipped into a neck-and-neck battle with Jeff Bezos, where, depending on the day and the stock market, each could land in the top spot. These days, though, there really isn't much of a battle. As co-founder of Microsoft, Mr. Gates still holds a 2.4% stake in the company, along with a portfolio of diversified assets through a number of publicly traded companies across multiple business sectors, including Canada's biggest railroad operator. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Giving Pledge, Mr. Gates has pledged a large portion of his fortune to help solve some of the world's most pressing public health problems. Nationality: American. Born October 28, 1955, age 62, in Seattle, Washington, USA. Spouse: Melinda Gates. Children: 3. Famous quote: "The PC has improved the world in just about every area you can think of. Amazing developments in communications, collaboration and efficiencies. New kinds of entertainment and social media. Access to information and the ability to give a voice people who would never have been heard of." Warren Buffett, total net worth $98.3 billion. Warren, the Oracle of Omaha, Buffett's origin story is as American as the proverbial apple pie. Known as one of the most successful and prolific investors of all time, Mr. Buffett famously began his professional career as a paperboy and rode an enviable work ethic all the way to the top of the finance world, culminating with his holding company, Berkshire Hathaway. Fun fact: Berkshire Hathaway was originally a textile manufacturer, which eventually came to be the umbrella for 60-plus companies under management. Nationality: American. Born August 30, 1930, age 87, in Omaha, USA. Spouse: Astrid Menks. Children: 3. Famous quote: "We simply attempt to be fearful when others are greedy and to be greedy only when others are fearful." Bernard Arnault, total net worth $72.9 billion. The other European on the list also made his fortune in the retail sector. As chairman of LVMH Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton, Bernard Arnault controls the world's biggest luxury goods house, which in addition to the beloved Louis Vuitton brand also includes high-profile brands like Tag Heuer and Dom P. Erignon Champagne. Nationality: French. Born the 5th of March 1949, age 68, in Roubaix, France. Spouse: Hélène Mercier. Children: 5. Famous quote: "If you deeply appreciate and love what creative people do and how they think, which is usually in unpredictable and irrational ways, then you can start to understand them. And finally, you can see inside their minds and DNA." Amancio Ortega, total net worth $65.4 billion. The tech sector may account for the largest slice of the pie, but the third richest billionaire in the world and number one in Europe is the head of retail giant Inditex Ventures. most famous for the Zara fast fashion clothing chain. A quintessential rags to riches success story, Amancio Ortega rose from a humble working class background in Spain to run a multinational retail empire, where he continues to work to this day at the age of 80. Nationality: Spanish. Born the 28th of March 1936, age 81, in Bisdongo de Arbas, Leon, Spain. Spouse: Flora Perez Marcotte. Children: 3. Famous quote: "In this street, I only want to be recognized by my family, my friends and people I work with." Zuckerberg, total net worth $62.4 billion. Like most of the famous tech entrepreneurs on the list, Mark Zuckerberg needs no introduction. Like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg famously left Harvard early to work on the social network that would come to change the world and influence Eve. Riding from politics and media to interpersonal communications. As co-founder and current chairman and CEO of Facebook, Mr. Zuckerberg is the youngest member of the list. Nationality: American. Born May 14, 1984, age 33, in White Plains, New York, USA. Spouse: Priscilla Chan. Children: 2. Famous quote: "The hacker way is an approach to building that involves continuous improvement and iteration. Hackers believe that something can always be better and that nothing is ever complete." Carlos Slim, total net worth $58.4 billion. Best known for his stake in Latin American telecom company América Móvil, Carlos Slim also has holdings in a number of international companies across various sectors in Mexico, as well as recognizable American companies like the New York Times and Philip Morris. Nationality: Mexican. Born January 28, 1940, age 77, in Mexico City, Mexico. Spouse: Soumya Domat. Children: 5. Famous quote: "The better off you are, the more responsibility you have for helping others." Just as it's important to run companies well, with a close eye to the bottom line, you have to use your entrepreneurial experience to make corporate philanthropy effective. Larry Page, total net worth $56.6 billion. With his partner Sergey Brin, No. 9. Larry Page claimed his place in history and helped to change the world as the co-founder of Google. As CEO of Google's holding company, Alphabet, Larry Page controls the world's largest search engine operator. Nationality: American. Born March 26, 1973, age 44, in East Lansing, Michigan, USA. Spouse: Lucinda Page. Children: 2. Famous quote: "For a lot of companies, it's useful for them to feel like they have an obvious competitor and to rally around that. I personally believe it's better to shoot higher. You don't want to be looking at your competitors. You want to be looking at what's possible and how to make the world better." Sergey Brin, total net worth $55.2 billion. As co-founder of Google, Sergey Brin is a member of the elite group of tech titans that got their start in a San Francisco area garage. President of Alphabet, Mr. Brin has also had a hand in Google's innovative offshoot Google X, where the company's many geniuses are hard at work on various Moon SHO. Us working to find solutions to some of the world's most pressing problems. In addition to his role in inventions like Google Glass, Sergey Brin went a little off-brand in 2007 to executive produce the movie Broken Arrow with his co-founder Larry Page. Nationality: American. Soviet until 1979. Born August 21, 1973, age 44, in Moscow, Soviet Union. Spouse: Annie Wojcicki. Children: 2. Famous quote: "Obviously, everyone wants to be successful, but I want to be looked back on as very innovative, very trusted and ethical, and ultimately making a big difference in the world." Larry Ellison, total net worth $53.3 billion. Larry Ellison made his name and fortune as the founder of legendary database company Oracle. While his roughly 25% stake in Oracle may account for a large portion of his wealth, Mr. Ellison also holds a diversified portfolio with investments across a number of industries, namely real estate and professional sports, including a sailing team and the tennis tournament at Indian Wells in California. Nationality: American. Born August 17, 1944, age 73, in Manhattan, New York, US. Spouse: Na. Multiple divorces. Children: 2. Famous quote: "There's a wonderful saying that's dead wrong. Why did you climb the mountain? I climbed the mountain because it was there. That's utter nonsense. You climbed the mountain because you were there and you were curious if you could do it. You wondered what it would be like."